the crib, let me know. Now, we talked about the Chiefs earlier. I mentioned Pat Mahomes. I mentioned their head coach, Andy Reid, allowing Pat Mahomes to do some of the things that he likes to do. Patrick Mahomes under the center in the Chiefs' first preseason game over the weekend. The Super Bowl MVP played 6 snaps and completed 2 passes for 15 yards. Mahomes said he does like to have 1 or 2 drives under his belt, and his head coach, Andy Reid, does let him do that, which is good. Now, no surprise here, but the Chiefs are the favorite to win the Super Bowl at Caesars Sportsbook. Kansas City looking to be the first team to repeat as champions. The first team to do that since the Patriots last did it in 2003 and 2004. Which team do you think is the biggest threat to Kansas City this season? Let me know in the comments, guys. Write it down in the comments. Which team do you think is the biggest threat to Kansas City this season? Well, I'm just going to be quite honest with you. We just talked about the Ravens. Obviously, a lot of people are going to say that they're the biggest threat. I know you guys are going to say, Lamar got his money. They got this new offense coming. Everybody want to see what Lamar is going to be able to do with OBJ. Will Lamar Jackson and the Ravens be the biggest threat to a repeat in Kansas City? It's a possibility, but I'm betting against the Ravens. I'm going in the field. A lot of people gonna say the Bengals for obvious reasons. Joe Burrow, they've been there before. But Joe got banged up right before preseason game 1. He got a little banged up. The calf injury. Okay. So we don't know how he's going to be after that. We don't know how long he's going to be out. I expect him not to have any snaps of the preseason. So that's the obvious answer. The Bengals and the Ravens. A lot of people, since Aaron Rodgers went to New York, they're going to put the Jets as Super Bowl contenders. And it's amazing. Football is 11 on the field for one team, 11 men. When you look at offensively, defensively, it's 22 players out there. And you can have one player like Aaron Rodgers go to New York and make those guys instant contenders. One player. Now everybody's talking about the Jets. Will the Jets be? So basically, I don't have a definite answer for this question. I know a lot of you guys, y'all aficionados out there. Y'all gonna let me know in the comments who you think is the biggest threat to the Patriots. Is it the Jets? I mean, I don't know right now. I mean, we got 3 weeks left to the regular season. We're going to have to see at least 2 weeks before we can definitively decide. And even then, really, you're going to have to go 4 weeks into the season for we to really get a good understanding about who's the best team in the AFC. Who's the best team in the NFC? Who's the best team in this division? Who's the best team in that division? It's going to take at least 4 games in for the chips to start to kind of align. So right now, I think it's too early to make that debate. But like I said, your obvious answers is going to be the Ravens, the Bengals, Jets. I'll throw Miami in there as a possible. Anybody else that I could think of in the AFC that could challenge, that could knock off the champs? I'm gonna throw in a wild card. And that wild card is the Cleveland Browns. Before y'all jump down my back, you got to look at the roster that the Cleveland Browns got. These boys, I think, are going to make some noise in the AFC. I think they're going to make some noise. They could possibly win their division. It's possible. It's very, very possible. You got to understand, they got Deshaun Watson. We know what Deshaun Watson was able to do in Houston before all this controversy and all this BS. We know what he was able to do. Okay? Look at the running back position. Nick Chubb. They got one of the best running backs in the game, Nick Chubb. Amari Cooper come from Dallas, a veteran receiver. Great route runner, great hands. Okay. I don't know what some of the other additions are, but we know defensively, you know, some of the guys that they have are led by what's the guy, man? What's his name? You know what I'm talking about on defense. I can't call the man's name, but him, you know what I'm talking about. He's a beast on the D-line. So that's the wild card for me. That's the wild card. Okay. And even though I think Pittsburgh, I think they got the running back position locked up. Quarterback Kenny Pickett, I think he's going to be better. But obviously, Coach Tomlin, head coach there, he's never had a losing season. We cannot count out the Pittsburgh Steelers. We can't do it. So there will be another wild card there. And that division, man, the Pittsburgh, Baltimore, that division is stacked. That division will come down to the final week. I guarantee it. That division will come down to the final week.